Yo, what is going on, guys? Big Z here today, and I've got you guys a brand new video. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different things regarding LA Guerillas' new Call of Duty roster, in which I'm really excited to talk about that team and how well I feel like in a prediction that they're going to do and how well they perform. So yeah, and then we're also going to be talking about some PC information regarding Call of Duty, and also going to be talking about any new content being added into the game itself, such as maps. So we'll get right into it. So let's go. All right, guys. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is PC players looking for Black Ops Cold War beta early access. If you watch 4+ hours of Twitch on Black Ops Cold War streams between October 15th and the 16th, you actually can get early access ahead to open beta start, which is really cool for people that maybe haven't pre-ordered it. So if you sit on a stream, so I ended up reading into it to kind of make sure it's clear minded to everyone that's listening to this video, that how you end up getting it is going to be different from like most. So the one thing that's going to happen is you have to have your Twitch link kind of linked up with Battle.net if you're planning on being on PC and getting early access to the beta through that. So you have to watch 4+ hours, and then on top of that, the streamer that you watch has to have drops enabled. I personally will have my drops enabled for you guys, so you guys will get a chance to come in the stream and be able to earn that free beta early access, so that you guys can play it early. For those who are on Xbox and PC, you guys will get a chance to do that. So definitely pop in my streams. I'm going to be live probably Thursday night, and then probably a majority of the day on Saturday. So definitely come into the stream, and yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. So also, guys, base gameplay for the game is really good, but something has gone wrong with the connection. So Driftdoor ended up putting this out. He was on the Charlie Intel podcast just recently talking about the ins and outs of the game, the good, the bad, what's great about it, what's not. And he said overall there's a lot of good things about this game, guys, but he said that the one issue was that connections were bad, meaning that you would get in lobbies and it just really felt iffy, not skill-based matchmaking, or they're not basing it off of like your connection within skill base. They're actually basing it just off of your skill base. And so it is a server issue within Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and I'm assuming they probably will fix this before the game releases, hopefully. And that is one thing that they've kind of talked about. And yeah, so I hope that they can make some changes regarding that. I definitely felt like there was gunfights that I was getting into, and it felt really bad. The alpha beta felt really nice, guys. Like actually getting into matches and stuff, it was good. Like I actually genuinely felt like in that, you would get in gunfights and they were legitimate gunfights. You would win and lose. And now in this beta that we had access this last weekend, it was honestly really not fun and not enjoyable because you would get into lobbies where people, I don't know, like it felt like you would aim and shoot at enemies sometimes. You get into gunfights and all of a sudden everything kind of got glitchy, got laggy, like the game couldn't handle the connection. So I'm assuming that probably also had to do with field of view. You guys are looking in here for Black Ops Cold War. You guys can see in-game, guys, as you're watching this right now. I'm playing on the field of view of 120. So you're watching it looks like I'm moving really fast. That's one thing with the field of view that was kind of cool, but I do feel like it kind of played a part with the iffiness within the game. So I felt like your connection wasn't as good. You would end up dropping frames here and there, and you felt like you were shooting at enemies before, and you lost. So you guys kind of saw that last gunfight I was just in, and I just got like smacked when I should have won that. So that's kind of the type of stuff that you're getting into, and it just wasn't enjoyable for me for that aspect. So yeah, another thing too, tonight's update, guys. So as I'm uploading this video tonight around the same time, close to the same time when this video is uploaded, Infinity Ward has ended up tweeting out that there's going to be a Modern Warfare update. You can actually pre-update that. So if you've already done that, kudos to you. Good job to you. But it's going to be basically big for PC players, because what you can do is you can uninstall game modes within PC that maybe you don't play and are taking up a lot of space. So that's always a positive within the game that you can possibly do. So going to be cool to see. And then also it has to do with the Haunting of Verdance. Some of you guys have seen that there's going to be something between October 20th and around like October 30th. We're going to end up seeing some night Warzone. So that's going to be added into the game for you guys to play. And I definitely will be streaming it once it comes out, just to kind of have fun with it. See how we do. Maybe I get some scares, some frights here and there, jumping into buildings and somebody sitting in the corner freaking me out. So yeah. Also, guys, Xbox One and PC players who pre-ordered Black Ops Cold War digitally can now preload the beta. If you have PC or Xbox right now, you guys can pre-download the beta. You do not need to have, I don't think, for PC players, and I'll mention that in a second, but for Xbox players, you do have to have like the beta pre-ordered, or the game pre-ordered in general. If not, PC players have the chance to pre-download it before the game is even out, even if you don't have early access, which is kind of convenient. So if you're on PC, you can download it. All PC players who want to play the beta can preload the Black Ops Cold War beta now on blizzardbattle.net. PC pre-orders will be able to start playing October 15th, and then all PC players can start playing October 17th. So you won't be able to get into it unless you have pre-order the game between October 15th and the 16th, and then the 17th it'll be available for those who are maybe haven't pre-ordered the game. So everyone's gonna get a chance to play. Another thing too, guys, the new map shown in the trailer. So there was a trailer that had to do with footage regarding a new map added into the beta this week, and there's been leaked info regarding that we're gonna have a new map, maybe even 2 maps added into it in this next beta, which is going to be good. Definitely like the variety. It makes it a lot better, more fun and enjoyable. And yeah, so the new map shown in this trailer appears to be for the Fire Team mode. So there's a new game mode called Fire Team that will be available this weekend for everyone to play. Forest, it's called Ruka, and it seems to be like a forest open jungle map. And then there's also Alpine. So it's a ski resort set on the side of a mountain. Kind of cool. I like the idea of a ski resort. That actually seems super dope. Kind of reminds me of Summit, but without it being Summit, kind of its own twist to it. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. So yeah, that's going to be cool. PS4 players, all stats from Weekend 1 will transfer over to Weekend 2. Now, guys, I'm not looking forward to this because of the skill-based matchmaking. If you've played this last weekend, the matches that you got into is basically going to be kind of the similar skill level that you're going to see within this beta this weekend. So it's going to be a little bit frustrating in terms of matchups against people. You're going to feel like if you're good at the game, you're going to feel like you're with sweats. If you're maybe not as good, but you just want to enjoy, maybe you'll end up getting into some decent lobbies. But for those who are, sweats and everything, like, it's going to be hard because you're just going to get matched up with people of that type. Now, look at this. I sit here and I'm like trying to open up the door. I realize that that's not actually the window to getting in. Pretty much a failure within that. So yeah, I didn't get much footage, guys, for you guys, but we ended up actually kind of getting a little bit of footage for you guys. Nothing great. I was able to not really get anything this weekend, as in my last video I talked about. So yeah, similar to Modern Warfare betas last year, PS4 players, if you jump into beta on Xbox One or PC this weekend and you use the same Activision ID, you actually will get to play on all of your progressed stuff. So if you're like level 25 or other stuff like that, you're going to have access to that, your leveled up weapons, all of that, all by signing in through your Activision ID, which is very convenient. Makes it easy for people to kind of input and kind of keep their saved progress stuff. So really nice, as always. And yeah, the last thing, guys, this is probably my most favorite thing to talk about, and I'm probably going to spend the most time breaking this down. LA Guerillas ended up signing a new roster. Now, we saw last year, if you guys watch COD esports, LA Guerillas were the worst team in all of the COD World League. They did not do good. Didn't really win much either. In the very beginning, they made a little bit of spark, but then kind of after that, it just went all downhill from that. It didn't really have a lot going on for them. Wasn't good. You saw the roster and you kind of thought maybe they would do decent, but it didn't end up working out. Just a lot of like not good teamwork. Chemistry was not great. and all that. So yeah, so I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about their roster, and let's get right into it. It's time for the return to glory. Our 2021 roster is ready to rumble. This is LA Guerillas tweeting this out, and they pinned this on their page on Twitter. So their roster is going to consist of Silly, Apathy, Assault, and Vivid. So I like this roster in terms of Silly and Assault, in that Apathy as well. Apathy's, I feel like he's kind of been mediocre though. So in my eyes, he's great, a great leader and team, and just kind of player in terms of team captain and basically like just really being a teamwork player. But he's to me like a mediocre player, kind of like in between. He used to be really, really good. I just feel like now, not the same player as he used to be, but he's still good. Silly and Assault. Silly's been around for a long time. We saw Isolation Esports, in which I was actually involved with during the time Silly was with Isolation, which is kind of cool. So Silly ended up being a part of this team. He's a good leader. I feel like he definitely has the capability to win and do well. And yeah, also Assault is definitely a good AR player. Does really, really good in terms of that, and I think he's one of the better AR players in the game. Vivid, I don't know too much information on, but I assume that he's probably really good, and he fits their needs for what they need. So yeah, and yeah, so guys, hey, thank you so much for tuning in to the video. Appreciate you guys so much. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, and definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. It definitely helps me and helps you get more information out on things that maybe are informative and all of that. And guys, don't forget to turn on that bell notification if you did enjoy. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you later. Peace out.